Welcome to Teves Development. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install Java on your machine, a development environment. Yes, that sounds scary, but it's just a place where to write and read code, and most excitingly, writing your first Java program. So let's get started. First, we're going to head over to oracle.com, link in the description down below, and we are going to download the Java Development Kit. This will allow you to write the programs that you need and run them on your machine. So go ahead and pick whether you're running a Linux operating system, Mac, or Windows are the most common, and download that. To save a little bit of time, I have already pre-downloaded this. So we are going to click on this, open it up, and we will go through the installation process. It's a pretty straightforward installation process. Just go ahead and type in your password and it'll take care of everything for you. Great, and now we have Java installed. We can go ahead and move that to the trash. The next thing we want to do, link also in the description down below, is we want to head over to JetBrains website and download the community edition of Intellij IDEA. This is going to be our development environment where we're going to read and write all of our code as well as run it. Again, go ahead and click on download. It's free and open source. We'll go over what open source means in a later video, but it's a great thing that the community creates. I again have already pre-downloaded this, so I'm going to open it up. Again, very simple installation. Cool. And now we're installed. So go ahead, I'm going to do Command spacebar on Mac, and you can go ahead and type in Intellij and it'll pop up. Or you can head into your applications folder and open it up that way as well. It's going to ask you for the first time opening it if you want to open it because it is an external application, and we will say open. Great. So now we're inside of Intellij. The first thing we're going to want to do is open a new project. If you already have projects, you can open or import them, or you can get them from a version control such as Git. We'll talk about all those things in a later video, but today we're going to focus on creating our first project. So let's go ahead and click on New Project. Java. Go ahead and click Next. And we're going to name this Hello World. And finish. Great. So it's going to go through and create everything for you. And now we have our first outline, so to say, of our first Java program. I want to give you two quick reasons of why I picked Java before we start programming. One, Java's pretty easy to learn, and once you learn it, you can pick up any other language you want. There's going to be different nuances between the languages, but you'll be able to pick it up pretty quickly and move forward on it fast. The next thing is pretty much every company you can think of uses Java in one way or another. So this will allow you to at least get a little bit of a foot in the door with that organization that you want to work with. So let's start by writing code now, the most exciting part. We're going to right click on our source folder, go to New, in Java class. Hello World. So now we have our first class, Hello World. So don't worry about what this means yet. Let's just think of a class as a Java file. Everything we need to write that we want to do things is going to go into different files, which then can work together to create outcomes. We just want you to write your first Java program and get excited about it. So again, I'm going to write a few different things on the screen here. Let's not worry about what they mean too much. We'll go over all of this in a later video once we understand Java a little bit more. But we're going to start by writing public static void main string args. We're going to do a curly bracket and hit enter. So now we have our program and what's actually going to run our program inside of this file. So now what do we want to do? Let's start by printing something to the screen, which pretty much everyone who learns how to program does this as their first exercise. So Java makes this really easy. It takes care of a lot of things under the hood. We can do this by saying system.out.print. We're going to do parentheses and we're going to write hello world. Go ahead and put a semicolon at the end and your first Java program is written. So we should see when we run this hello world on the screen. So there's a couple different ways to run it. You can either click on this little play button right here or right click on main, go down to run and click on that. So now our Java program is compiling and it's ran. Hello world. How exciting is that? You've written your first program. So let's go over a few basic things inside of this that we can also do. Let's say we want to write a comment. So you can do this by writing 2 backslashes and saying this will print hello world. And the Java code will actually ignore this when it's running. So if we go ahead and run this again, we get the same result. Let's say we forgot these 2 backslashes though. Intellij is actually going to complain about this, and if we try to run it, it's not going to work. We're going to run into issues. So we're going to get all sorts of different errors here. So don't forget when you are writing comments that we want to do those 2 backslashes, and when we run it, it'll work. The next thing is something called Camel Casing. So as you can see here, we have a capital H and a capital W. This is very normal in the Java world that we want to capitalize different words in something like a sentence. In a class, we can't have a space. Make spaces as capital letters. So we can say, hello world, my name is Teves Development. And that would work. But we couldn't do something like, hello world, my name is Teves Development. This will not work. So just make sure when you are writing multi-word sentences, so to say, you are using camel casing. And this is pretty much all the basics of writing your first program. We can do something along the lines of copying this and pasting it a few more times. And this will print hello world on the screen 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and click this run button over here now. And it'll print it 3 different times. But that's kind of annoying, right? It's all on the same line. One way we can get around this is we can use the print system.out.print ln method. This will print everything on a new line. So we should see, instead of hello world, hello world, hello world all on one line, we should see this now on 3 separate lines. Great. So you have written your very first Java program. You've learned about basic syntax of Java, such as camel casing, writing comments, and now you can do whatever you would like. Obviously, there's a lot more to learn. We're going to be going over this in future videos, but this gives you the basics on how to install Intellij, install Java, and write your very first program. Thanks for watching. Like, comment with any questions, and please subscribe as it'll help grow the channel so we can keep getting these videos out. We should have a new video every single week, maybe 2 a week depending on our schedule. Let us know if you think we can do anything better. If you have any questions about anything we wrote today, feel free to comment down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.